Hello guys and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about 3 dividend stocks that are paying me more than $100 per month. And there is simply nothing better than getting paid every single month without having to lift a finger. And in my opinion, then the best way of getting that passive income is by investing into dividend paying companies. However, not all stocks are equally good, and that is especially true when it comes to monthly paying dividend stocks. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 of the absolute best monthly paying dividend stocks there is. But before we get to those, then in case you're new to the channel, then my name is Casper, and here we strictly talk about investing and financial freedom. So if you really like investing and you want to retire early, well then press that subscribe button below. And also guys, please leave a comment on which monthly pairs you have in your portfolio. It would be very interesting to hear that as well. So moving straight into the first one. And this is of course everyone's all-time favorite dividend investment, the monthly dividend king, and that is Realty Income Corp, ticker symbol O. And this is, as I'm sure most of you know, a REIT, and it is the most popular real estate investment trust there is, but it is also the most popular monthly paying dividend stock there is. And they have a massive portfolio of more than 13,000 different properties, and they have a really high occupancy rate of 99%. And they have more than 1,300 different clients, and the company has during the last year been heavily impacted by the sharp increase in the interest rate that has made investing into real estate more expensive and less profitable. However, hopefully things are starting to look better for the industry as the interest rates are starting to drop down again. And Realty Income Corp currently has a share price of $59, and during the last month, well then they're down by more than 6%. And over the last 12 months, well then they're down by 20%. So it is very easy to see that they've had a really rough time with the high interest rates. And they currently have a forward FFO ratio of 4 and a forward P to FFO ratio of 13. And according to most analysts, well then is Realty Income Corp a buy at the moment. And they are forecasting a share price of $63 within the next 12 months. And that is an increase of more than 16% in only 12 months. It is all about buying at the right price. And with the current valuation for Realty Income Corp, well then right now might be the perfect time to buy. However, let's also have a look at their dividends. And we immediately see why this is the monthly dividend king, as they have a dividend yield sitting at 5.5% and a 5-year growth rate in their dividends of 3.67%. Even though that is not the highest growth rate, then it is still pretty good when considering that they already have a very high dividend yield. And they have also been able to increase their dividends for the last 26 years in a row. And that makes them one of 3 dividend aristocrats for REITs. Overall, then there is definitely a reason as to why this is the monthly dividend king. The dividends here are absolutely amazing. And the best part is that you get them every single month. So moving on to the second monthly paying dividend stock. And this is another REIT, and that is Agree Realty, ticker symbol ADC. And this is a REIT with some very big tenants like Walmart and Home Depot. And they currently almost have 2,100 different properties, with a total of more than 43 million square feet spread across 49 different states within the US. And this company has, just like the first one, been heavily impacted by the sharp increase in the interest rate, and that has hurt their profitability. But they currently have a share price of $59, and during the last month, well then they're down by 5%, and during the last 12 months, well then they're down by 20%. So the performance here is very similar to the performance of Realty Income Corp. And they currently have a forward FFO ratio of 3.94 and a forward price to FFO of 15. And when looking at the analyst recommendations, well then is this one also a buy at the moment. And they are forecasting a price of $69 within the next 12 months, and that is an increase of 17% in only 12 months. So ADC is also priced at a very attractive level for us investors right now, and buying it is very tempting. However, let's have a look at their dividends first. And they currently have a dividend yield sitting at 5% and a 5-year growth rate in their dividends of 6.30%. So the 5-year growth rate is a bit higher here than for Realty Income Corp. And that is just awesome for us investors. And according to these dividend statistics, well then have they only been increasing their dividends for the last 3 years in a row. However, that is actually not true. And the reason is that 3 years ago, they decided to switch from paying a quarterly dividend to paying a monthly dividend. So on a yearly basis, well then have they actually been increasing their dividends for more than 10 years in a row. So this is another high quality monthly paying dividend stock with a lot of room for growth, and they are also paying some very nice monthly dividends. So moving on to the third and last monthly paying dividend stock on my list, and this is a company that deserves a lot more attention than what it's getting, and that is Main Street Capital, ticker symbol MIAN. And this is an American business development company that specializes in providing finance and investment solutions for small to mid-market companies. And the company does very often take small ownership in these companies that they are investing into, and that means that Main is also benefiting from the potential growth of these companies as well. They currently have a share price sitting at $45, and during the last month, within they are up by 4%, and during the last 12 months, within they are up by more than 16%. So a very solid performance. And according to most analysts, within is Main also a buy at the moment, and they are forecasting a share price of $69 within the next 12 months. And that means that they are expecting Main to grow more than 18% during the next 12 months. And that is pretty nice as well. Overall, then has Main had a very solid year when it comes to the performance. But analysts are still expecting more growth, and that makes the share price very interesting. But let's just have a look at their dividends. And Main is absolutely amazing when it comes to dividends. And they have a dividend yield sitting at 6.35%. And they have a 5-year growth rate in their dividends of 3.71%. And even though that is not the highest growth rate, then it doesn't really matter, as they already have a very high dividend yield. And they have been increasing their dividends for the last 3 years in a row. Overall, then is Main an absolutely amazing company, both when it comes to the return, but also when it comes to the dividends. But they are not as consistent when it comes to increasing their dividends as the other two companies are. And back in 2020, when we had the pandemic, they decided to cut a lot in their dividends, and they are slowly building it back up, and hopefully then it stays up there. But Main is an absolutely amazing company, and it is definitely one of the absolute best monthly paying dividend stocks there is. And when looking at my list today, then it is the one with the highest return, but also the one with the highest dividend yield. So it definitely deserves a spot on this list today. And that was basically my top 3 monthly paying dividend stocks. If you feel like I forgot anyone, then please let me know in the comment section below. And that was basically all I had in today's video. Thank you for watching the video, and if you actually liked the video, then don't forget to press the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more weekly content just like this one. See you guys in the next one.